Answer them as soon as you can.
Turning to Senator Blumenthal.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator Hirono. I'd like to focus on an issue that's commonly raised for us, which is how your past experience informs what you will do on the bench. And I would like to ask each of the nominees to describe briefly what they think in their background is the most critical incident or experience, not just broadly, but specifically a life experience that will impact your decision-making on the bench. Ms. Brenner?
Thank you very much, Senator, for that question. So my background involves plaintiff side civil work on the defense side, representing individuals and corporations, criminal defense work, again, representing individuals and entities. And for the last 14 years, I've been a federal prosecutor in the U.S. Attorney's Office. But in that role, I have, while mostly doing criminal work, I have done civil work as well. And I think that that broad opportunity, or those broad opportunities to represent so many, has afforded me an opportunity to see the judicial system from so many different vantage points. I think a specific incident would be hard to capture. I think a role that I have played, an opportunity I've been given at the U.S. Attorney's Office could be most informing to you. For a number of years, I was the ethics advisor in our district. And in that role, I was asked often by colleagues to weigh in on what we should and shouldn't do in a neutral and dispassionate way. And in that role, I was very careful to assess what people wanted, what people hoped to achieve, but then to balance that and to give priority to what the rules were. And I think that that role would serve me well if I were to be confirmed. Thank you.
Judge?
Thank you so much for the question, Senator. I think for me, it does just come down to breadth of experience. When I was in private practice for over 18 years, I worked on a broad range of civil issues, complex commercial issues, and employment law issues. But the most significant experience, I would have to say, would be my experience as a judge. I've been a judge for over 7 years, a state trial court judge, as well as an appellate judge. And I'd bring with me to the federal court, if I am so fortunate as to be confirmed, a wealth of experience in trial judging. As a trial judge, I tried over or around 90 cases. I think over half of them were jury trials. And as a Court of Appeals judge, I've had a lot of experience researching, analyzing deeply legal issues and writing about them. And I've issued over or hundreds of opinions. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Fleming?
Thank you for the question, Senator. My answer, I think, would just come generally from the nature of my experience. As an assistant federal defender for the last 30 years, the one thing that comes home to roost all the time is how important it is for people to feel as though the justice system is treating them fairly, and that they are fairly represented, and that they and their positions are respected. I think it's important for advocates to understand that, as I tried to do as an assistant federal defender, and I think it's important for courts and judges to understand that. And I think that's why judicial temperament and judicial disposition are so important. And I would bring that knowledge, if I'm so fortunate, to be confirmed as U.S. District Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ruiz?
Thank you for the question, Senator. I think the best example of the judge that I would be fortunate enough to be confirmed follows from the lessons that I've learned over the past 5 years sitting as a city and magistrate judge in the Northern District of Ohio, which builds upon over 16 years of commercial and corporate litigation experience, as well as 6 years of experience as assistant United States attorney. And during my time serving as United States magistrate judge, I've worked hard to consider each party's positions with an open mind, to work hard to render fair and impartial determinations, to be well prepared in every case, because the role of a district court judge or a magistrate judge in federal court is extremely important. The judge directly touches the lives of all who come before the court, and to each litigant, the case that they have before the court is the most important case in the country to them. And it's important that the judge, as I have tried very hard to do over the last 5 years, reflect the seriousness and the importance of that case to all the litigants and all the parties. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Senator Blumenthal. Senator Blackburn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And